Tennis tracker. Sabalenka stunned by Zheng in Rome. Musetti knocks out Zverev. It's a real blockbuster of a day in Rome today, with Aryna Sabalenka and Coco Gauff facing big tests. Carlos Alcaraz taking on Jack Draper and Alexander Zverev going up against Lorenzo Musetti. 23:35 Central European Time. That is where we leave you tonight. But come back tomorrow for more quarterfinal action from the men's side and the women's semifinals. 23:31 Central European Time. In the big moments, Lorenzo Musetti was just too good for Alexander Zverev as he dominated the first set tiebreak and took his opportunity to break in the second. The Italian won 7-6, 7-1, 6-4 to book his place in the semifinals of his home tournament, to make it 3 Masters 1000 semifinals in a row for the foreign player on tour. 20:50 Central European Time. Zheng avenged the 2024 Australian Open final by knocking out Aryna Sabalenka in Rome and ending a barren losing run against the big-hitting Russian. As much as Sabalenka wasn't at her usual level, Zheng was brilliant and ruthless in getting the job done and stunning the world number 1 to win 6-4, 6-3.18:50 CET. Next in action is the world number 1, with Aryna Sabalenka facing Zheng in a repeat of the 2024 Australian Open final. Sabalenka has won each of the meetings between the two, but they've never faced off on clay before, and it's a surface Zheng has enjoyed some success on .16:54 CET. Carlos Alcaraz has eased past Jack Draper and into the semi-finals in Rome, winning 6-4, 6-4 in a little over 90 minutes of play. The Spaniard is the first man to reach the Final Four in Rome and will next play the winner of Alexander Zverev and Lorenzo Musetti for a spot in the decider. Those two meet later today in the second quarterfinal. 15:49 Central European Time. Casper Ruud has beaten Zheng 6-3, 6-4 in the final last 16 match on the men's side in Rome, thus completing the quarterfinal lineup. Next up for Ruud is a meeting with the men's top seed and home favorite Jannik Sinner tomorrow. 14:51 Central European Time. World number 3 Coco Gauff has booked her spot in the Final Four in Rome after defeating 7th seed Mira Andreeva 6-4, 7-6. Gauff is hitting some good form of late, but next up for the American in the semifinals is a tricky meeting with the winner of Aryna Sabalenka and Zheng, who face off this evening. 13:06 Central European Time. Today's play is underway. Gauff is serving first against an opponent against whom she holds a 3-0 H2H record. Can Andreeva get her first win over the American today? Let's find out. 08:35 CET. Hello, and welcome to Flash Score's coverage of today's Italian Open action. There are 5 matches on the agenda today, with the final 2 quarterfinals being completed on the women's side and the first 2 being completed on the men's side, along with the final last 16 clash between Casper Ruud and Zheng. Both Coco Gauff and Aryna Sabalenka are facing top players in the forms of Mira Andreeva and Zheng, while Carlos Alcaraz and Alexander Zverev will go up against 2 of the most impressive players of the season when they take to the court with Jack Draper and Lorenzo Musetti, respectively. Here's the full order of play. Coco Gauff versus Mira Andreeva. 1300 hours Central European Time. Zheng versus Casper Ruud. 1400 hours Central European Time. Jack Draper versus Carlos Alcaraz 15:00 CET. Aryna Sabalenka versus Zheng. 1900 hours Central European Time. Lorenzo Musetti versus Alexander Zverev. 20:30 Central European Time.